here's the thing. This is not a terrible look. It's just anytime I see it, it is like a jump scare because you're always wearing that stupid beanie.
Right.
But
he almost looks like an adult without it.
Yeah, I know. So there's this guy, Too Lazy to Try. And we're going to watch a Too Lazy to Try video that came out today that I really, really enjoyed. And I also think that, I've seen enough like political YouTubers that just straight up just watch better YouTubers videos and just their videos are just them reacting to that. And I think we need to get a little bit more into that. I think we need to insert ourselves into some drama if we want to like make waves here. But so this is Too Lazy to Try, he's a very monotone dude. Always puts like, there's two different pictures he has of George Costanza, just like screen grabs from Seinfeld that are heavily cropped. And he just always has them on screen. And God damn, dude, there's so many things that I've attempted, like so many like weird little projects I've launched in my life where it's like, it has to be, I have to, and then just the complications and just the mental effort I need to put into like doing this shit, just because it's like I want it to be good and be presented well, and I want it to be like original and and cool, right? And meanwhile, this guy just does this, and like millions of followers on YouTube, and like a lot of his videos go over 1 million views, and he at least gets like 100K minimum on most shit that he posts, and he just covers drama, and he just plays long ass clips, and but he's also, but to his credit, he's also he's very funny. He's just casually funny. But yeah, it was just when I was like, yeah, when I was introduced to this guy, like it was just like, wow, that's it. It's just just George Costanza with chips on his chest, and and that's what you did, and it's just I'm doing far too much. But this is his video. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like we're talking to Alex Jones.
Alex Jones versus Tim Pool. This is just the latest little mini civil war. You got Ben Shapiro versus Candace Owens. You had Candace Owens versus Alex Jones, right? You've had various people versus Tim Pool over the years. Now Alex Jones and Tim Pool. And let's just watch this video, and we'll.
Yeah, and if people don't know who Tim Pool is, because I think he's a little more like you have to go a couple layers.
He's a moderate.
Yeah,
according to Jubilee, he's a moderate.
Yeah, he's the dumbest man alive, cosplaying as a moderate, but clearly just a conservative. But
clearly a fascist.
He was a liberal involved in Occupy Wall Street and working for Vox back in the day.
I left the left. He's one of those why I left the left guys who a lot of people are predicting that Graham Plattner is going to be. And God. At this point, why the fuck
Just go back to oyster farming, dude.
yeah, go back to the oysters, dude. But yeah, so now they're and Tim made headlines earlier this week because he did one of those Jubilee things where they called it one moderate versus 20 far lefters or whatever, right? 20, whatever, right? And like, fuck you. And this dude is
that channel
not a
is a psyop, right? Like,
yeah, Jubilee is very much like, it's everything. There's also like a big documentary about ground news going around about how that's like actually a psyop, and that's been presenting like far right shit as if it was moderate, right?
Yeah, that's a good
so a lot
video.
of these things are just meant to like subtly pull society to the right, a lot of these are that kind of shit, right? But Tim Pool made headlines for rage quitting. He rage quitted because the dude pulled out a beanie and put it on to argue with against it. Anyway, which was great. But
I missed that part.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. And he just left. He just left the studio. Apparently he went back later and finished it because they're probably like, you're not going to get paid if you don't go back in there, right? So he was just like, I got it right, but here we go. But he's now beefing with Alex Jones, who is a berserker. This dude is a crazy psychopath.
Everyone look at the Tim Pool met secretly with Benjamin Netanyahu when he got caught, declared Chatham House rules. That means, well, I agreed it would be secret. Of course he did. Or sue me, Tim, if it's not true. Have your bots come out, Netanyahu's little body bots. Say I'm a liar. That makes it better. Because tomorrow on my show, I'm going to show it all.
Why would Alex Jones, who was my friend, instead of calling me, just randomly start tweeting things going on his show and making these false claims about me? I had a phone call with a mutual friend, and I said, this doesn't seem organic. And they said, it seems like someone's telling Alex what to say.
Maybe he's back on the sauce.
So what would make Alex Jones become a different person overnight? His whole life, Alex was the same person until just now.
I did nothing.
Well, that's not
true. He attacked me. Oh, God. No, he's like, oh, you lost your audience because you're anti-Trump. So the gloves are off, not just with Tim Pool, but anybody that I've sat there and I've, quote, been friends with, that stabs me in the back, and then does this crap claiming you don't know why I'm pissed off at you. You think we're fucking stupid? So I'm just telling you right now, you don't want problems, just take my name out of your mouth, okay? But if you want to fight, you fucking got one.
All right, so we have Alex Jones clashing with Tim Pool. These people are just imploding. Every week there's a new feud that breaks out. Like, all these people that used to be pretty friendly with each other now just spend all day on Twitter calling each other grifters.
Dude, check out Professor X over here, dude.
Yo, no beanie?
Like, here's the thing. Tim, if you're watching, all right? Like, I can't hide the fact that I am a fat man. All right? I just lean into it, man. Just lean into it. Here's the thing. This is not a terrible look. It's just anytime I see it, it is like a jump scare because you're always wearing that stupid beanie.
Right.
But
he almost looks like an adult without it.
Yeah, I know. It's like this shit, bro. Like the Prof X look with the glasses and like the goatee. Like, this is not a bad look for you. You would actually look like you at least knew what you were talking about, even though anybody who's heard you talk for 3 minutes knows that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about at any point in time because you are just a dumb idiot who gets paid by Russia to say untrue things. Allegedly. Or was it proven? It was proven, right? Wasn't it proven? I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, I think it was pretty much proven.
But we're gonna say allegedly just in case. Like, this is not a terrible look. It's just that I am not used to seeing it when I see your face. So when I see it, I'm like, whoa!
Right.
Because it's just. Did you ever watch that? That it was funny enough that sketch. It was I Think You Should Leave sketch, and it was with Tim Heidecker, which is kind of funny because we're talking about Alex Jones, and Tim Heidecker is kind of become the new Alex Jones, right? It's the new Alex Jones because the real Alex Jones popped like a balloon, and so there was that sketch, right, where he like asked for was it like a bowl of gazpacho soup? And so somebody brings it to him, and he's like, "Whoa, this is hot!" And they're like, "It's literally room temperature." He's like, "Yeah, but I was expecting it to be served cold. And if you're expecting cold and you feel lukewarm, it tastes like it's burning hot." And that is spiritually what it is like seeing pictures like this of Tim Pool, where I'm just expecting beanie, and because I am expecting beanie, this is burning my tongue off. This is blistering my tongue, you know? But if it was just always this, then I'd be like, oh yes, that dude who is cosplaying as Professor X, that is, gayer Moby, that is just what Tim Pool looks like, Right. Embrace what you are, man.
Right. You got to embrace it. I will say, like, going bald, I think fucks with men's heads. Like, literally. Mm-hmm. But it's like I remember always seeing guys who were like super balding, and they've got like comb overs, and they're doing that, like doing all sorts of shit to be like, no, I've still got hair. Check it out. Like,
there's still hair there.
Yeah, and me with my fucking like shoulder length Jesus hair for so many years, I was like, what, man? It's cool. Just like. Be bald if you're going bald. It's all right. But now Now I cut all my hair off because it was getting so stringy. Like it had like gaps in it. Because I'm fucking going bald. I'm thinning at least.
Yeah.
And like the sides of my head especially are like really like starting to thin. And of course, now I'm in the mirror every day, like, oh, but if I could have push it this way and curve it around, and then it looks like it's actually normal. Like,
I'm lucky because based on genetics, I should be going way bald. And
oh, really?
I'm lucky, and I can and there's like little ways like I've like noticed, like I'll notice like I think I'm thinning up there. Like I think that like maybe around 40, the bottom's gonna fall out on this whole operation, right?
Right.
But if that happens, I'm gonna go gracefully, Joe.
Right.
All right. I'm not gonna be a fedora guy again. I was in college. We're not going back to that life, You know what I'm saying? I did my time with the fedora.
Yeah.
You can't make me go back.
I've become a hat guy. Like I go out with a baseball cap on. Of course it's me, so it's like a Star Trek hat and shit. Like, but yeah, it's
just in case people were like, "Oh, does that guy like sports?" No, it's a Star Trek hat. Oh no, he is.
no.
He might be a virgin, but yeah. So it's just listen. You could actually. He could. I feel like the beanie, right? The beanie is metaphorically him clinging to the moderate turn, and I feel like if he could just admit that he is not a moderate and remove the beanie, I think he'd have a much better, more fulfilling, richer life, being who he truly is, coming out of the metaphorical closet, so to speak, as a far right Nazi.
By putting the beanie back in the closet.
Yeah, by putting the beanie back in the closet. That is true. But yeah, so anyway, let's keep going.
So these people must have been barely holding it together, because once they start disagreeing, they go all out trying to expose each other. When things are going well and they're doing each other's podcasts, they'll ignore any suspicious behavior. But then once they start arguing, it's like they have all this ammo ready to use, and it seems like they've been preying on each other's downfall. Like Alex was complaining on Twitter about how his views have dropped 90% and he's being censored for covering the Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories. But then people in his comments just started roasting him for his coverage of stuff like the Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories. And some right-wing influencers were saying it's not the algorithm, it's the fact that you started criticizing Trump. And they're making jokes about how the Pakistani bot farms were shut off and that's why his views dropped. So Alex started crashing out in the comments and arguing with everyone. Then Tim Pool chimed in and just set him off. Tim said, "My honest opinion is that you can't go pro-Trump for 10 years, then Trump critical, and be surprised if your audience drops off." So then Alex spent all night in his car recording himself ranting about how Tim is an Israeli operative because he had a secret meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu.
I mean, they got a point. It's just, you can't, there's so much like Trump bullshit that you like co-signed, and so much like obvious like warning signs. There was so much foreshadowing of like what this term was going to be. Like every leftist and like anybody who leaned even slightly left pretty much nailed what was coming with Trump in this term. And so you can't be like pro-Trump. You can't be pro-Trump after January 6th. And then all of a sudden it's like he does the Iran war and you're like, or he doesn't release the Epstein files and then does the Iran war and you're like, that's, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah man, it's just you were sadly in for a pound. You were in for a pound. You had all those pennies.
Yeah, that's the like I've heard a few times, like it's got to be rough to be Alex Jones right now, because like he went all in with the Republican Party, and now all this shit he was talking about like 20 years ago, like they're gonna like put us all in FEMA camps and all this shit, and it's like, well, now the Republican administration you supported is actually doing all that. We have the panopticon like surveillance state. And you have to either kind of go along with it, even when you sort of lean into criticizing a little bit, or you're going to lose your whole fucking audience. It's really, he cursed himself.
Yeah. You're on team this guy, but I mean, I just also think that Alex Jones is just a deeply, deeply troubled human being. And I think that, he's very like, he's like very like Kanye West like in that a lot of his antics are just the antics of a person who has deep-seated mental issues, and we are just watching a mentally ill person crash out, but because they are surrounded by money and enablers and they make a lot of people a lot of money, they just can't get access to the help they desperately need, right? And they don't have, and because they have so much money and they've have all this power because of that money, they have the power to say, no, I'm okay, right? I mean, I think like on some level, I feel like Trump is kind of like that, like you see his Truth Social posts and you're just like, this guy is mentally unfucking well, you know? But so I think just, Alex Jones, this is just Alex Jones's bipolar just going crazy, just going, psycho mode, so.
Who last April, and now he's getting talking points from Israel and is being propped up by an Israeli bot farm.
And he seizes on it and says, oh, you criticize Trump, your audience is gone, along with tens of thousands of others, so it trended to the top of next. They didn't all just magically come up with that instantly when I posted the video last night. So maybe Tim's just dumb and copied what the Israeli bots were putting out, but he does meet with the guy that gives the orders. So that's why I'm irritated. That's why I'm sick and tired of this garbage. And I just get too nice to these little swarmy, people that sit there and act like they're patriots. The guy who gives the orders. You support Israel controlling our government. You support Israel taking over our military with the NDAA. If you support all this garbage, you're not American. You're a traitor and it's treason. And it's been clear these guys all follow talking points and are in lockstep. They all deny they're taking money from Israel. But on record, Israel spent $1.3 billion in the last 18 months. If you go back about 14 months ago, Tim Pool got caught meeting secretly with a bunch of influencers with Netanyahu, reportedly getting marching orders, according to sources. He said, yeah, I met with him and I'm proud of it, but I won't tell you what we talked about. Chatham House rules. And all I know is Tim Pool follows the exact Israeli talking points. So even if he's not taking money, he is following their talking points. I want to just say this. When I see Tim Pool putting out Israeli talking points against me, it's just absolutely disgusting. And it's shameful what he has become. And I'm going to show Netanyahu launching the Eighth Front War a year and a half ago, right before you met with him. And we're going to expose it all. We're going to show how at the exact same time last night when I posted a video about the new algorithm sits in all the live streams, within minutes, hundreds of people saying the exact same thing came out. Are they all on the payroll? Not, probably not, but some are. You can't hide from the truth. You can't hide from the truth. And so we're going to expose it tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central.
So then Tim accused Alex of getting a call, to attack him.
And I'm going to be honest. Team Jones here.
Critical sport. Popular front against Tim Pool.
It's like The Wire, right? I saw somebody talk about The Wire that every major character. Did you ever watch The Wire?
I've seen it like a couple episodes. Yeah.
Joe, you need to fucking watch The Wire. Okay, that's like, dude, you should have got that out of the way in your 20s, man. That's just pathetic. But you need to go back from the beginning and watch every episode of The Wire, please. Thank you. That's your homework.
Okay. That's
your homework, Joe.
All right.
Start The Wire. Also, the first episode is painful. You got to make it to episode 6. Just note that the first episode you're like, what the fuck is this? And then 7 episodes later you're like, oh, actually this is a masterpiece. I'm watching a masterpiece.
Okay.
But the first episode they just drop you. The problem is that the first episode is like a mid-season episode where you're like, what, who are all these people? Why do any of them matter? And then 6 episodes later you're like, they matter so much because this is a masterpiece, right? But anyway, so it's like The Wire in like every major character in The Wire is like the protagonist of at least one plot line and the antagonist of at least another, right? Where, there's no one character that is like all bad. Some characters are antagonistic way more than they are protagonistic, right? But, even some of the worst villains of the show do get like subplots where they are kind of, kind of the hero, right? And it shows how that shit's relative. So if it's like Alex Jones v. Sandy Hook family, I'm gonna always be Sandy Hook family. I hope that dude pays out every cent. I hope that dude never knows a day of peace in his life, right? But him versus Tim Pool, I'm sorry, I'm going with the funny guy. I'm going with the dude who just, the dude who's at least comfortable in his skin. Like Alex Jones is like a slovenly like mess, and he'll come out shirtless and ranting and drunk, but at the very least he's comfortable. He's not fucking, what is this? Get this out of here.
He's like, Alex Jones is a showman at the end of the day. Like,
yeah,
he puts on it's not a great show, but he puts on a show, and like
it's a show I'd never watch a full episode of.
Yeah, but like there are fun clips of that show. Tim Pool flips the camera on, does just enough time to get the ad revenue, and it just like reads out some articles he's never seen before. Like he is like pathetic.
Yeah. So anyway, let's keep going.
And he claims a bot farm at the same talking points as Alex is attacking him as well. So then Alex accused him of getting a call from Benjamin Netanyahu. I guess it's battle of the sellout grifter bot armies that none of these people seem to care about until shit hits the fan and they start arguing. You know, Alex was on Tim's podcast earlier this year after Tim already met with Benjamin Netanyahu and had that tenant media deal that was funded through Russia. So it was already pretty clear Tim's a shill, but now Alex is just starting to realize it, or just starting to admit it. Like now he claims Tim is taking marching orders from Israel and he's a smarmy backstabbing grifter. And Tim's all surprised that Alex would say something like that about him, but he did kind of start it here by kicking Alex while he's down. You know, Alex is complaining about how he's not getting any views anymore and he's going broke, and Tim's like, that's what you get for turning on Trump. So I don't know why he's shocked by this and acting like Alex has to be getting paid to say something like this. I mean, he's also always looking to fight people, so Tim was kind of asking for it here.
Oh, you lost your audience, nanny nanny boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. You can't come to the cool kid table in 5th grade. We don't want you at our Howard Lutnick, Jeffrey Epstein table. And I'm just like, when did you guys become 10-year-olds? I mean, seriously. I said, this is probably a bug. It needs to be fixed. This absolutely sucks. And I'm drawing attention to it. And you're like, no, everyone just stopped listening to you because you're anti-Iran war and you question Charlie Kirk. Look at the quartering. Let's scroll up. Maybe the Pakistani bots are asleep. Alex, as a daily viewer, I personally tuned out since you've been on this the Jews killed Charlie Kirk nonsense. I'll tune back in when you come back to your senses. What did my post have to do with Jews? I didn't say the Jews killed Charlie Kirk. That's what most internet thinks. I've looked at all the angles. Tim Pool casts Fowler attacking Alex Jones, InfoWars founder, calls on Timcast host to come clean on secret meetings with Netanyahu and Israeli officials. And then all the bots, the same
when
bots.
I was watching this earlier, I was like, wait, this is a brilliant printing things out and then just having like the pen.
Yeah,
like that,
I like that.
Like, and having like the camera like on the table. Like, actually, aesthetically, I really like that.
Yeah,
and you can like draw on it and shit.
He was always pulling up documents. That was his thing. It's in the documents. Like this is I mean I think they would pop them up sometimes, but like this is like some Johnny Harris shit. This is some real New York Times like NPR shit.
If I ever lost my job, I would immediately like pivot to like streaming like 8 hours a day and really like kind of go for it. And like and the first I think what I would do is I would try to set up like this kind of setup, and I would try to like have things printed out that I could like I'd have like a desk cam, because that is, I saw that and I was like, that's super cool. And I also love that it this picture.
Yeah.
Why is it this picture? The only reason I can think of is like, oh, he wants this. He wants this on screen. He wants this on screen.
Because the other thing about that picture is it's Alex Jones looking probably the best he's ever looked.
Because like a quarter of his face is cut off. So and his beard is actually looking.
Yeah, he's got the cropped beard. He's like, he's.
But I maintain Tim doesn't look bad in a vacuum here. It's just that, it's no glasses and beanie. He needs to go from no beanie glasses. You can't be no glasses beanie. It is just not. That's not serving you. Anyway, we're not going to relitigate that. All right, let's keep going.
Hey man, and influencers, that's what they are, shills, and said, oh, he announced the meeting. It was public. It was on TV. He had Netanyahu on the podcast. None of that happened because I've known Tim a long time. I've been nothing but nice to Tim. He's done some swarmy kind of backhanded things here and there. He's kind of known for that. But that's the reality. So I got to tell you, Tim, you got big old huevos rancheros there, pal, saying, I got a call. Who did I get a call from, pal? Because I didn't meet in secret. I didn't meet in secret with Netanyahu. Alex got the call. That's the simple explanation.
Print out the tweets.
Get a call from Netanyahu. Come meet with you.
What call?
Is that what happened? Is that what?
Do you think he has enough staff still that like he has people printing out tweets for him, or is this like Alex Jones himself? ChatGPT, write me an article about Tim Pool.
I don't know, because he owes like $1 billion to the fucking Sandy Hook victims.
I know,
but like at the same time, I can't see him like setting this up on his own.
man. Me either. But I just love he's just JewishInsider.com. Man. He's just printing out it's just so much, it's just like, also it's like, Alex, you can't afford this. You can't afford your printer's gonna run out of toner, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't like you gotta keep it on screen until you get some more walking around money, you know? Okay, let's keep going.
Went on. So this is like watching middle schoolers fight. It's ridiculous. And Tim started threatening to release a message Alex sent him about Candace Owens, where he's calling her a demon. Then Candace came out and said Alex apologized to her for it, which that is weird. Alex did a total 180 with Candace. He flip-flopped so much, it must give his fans whiplash.
I love that, by the way. I don't know if you caught that tweet, but that tweet is, and listen, I Candace Owens is a terrible human being.
Oh, yeah.
But again, in certain situations, I'm rooting for her. In certain matchups, you know?
She's very good at this.
And I'm sorry, I'm rooting for the person who says, this is supposed to make me angry, but this is just another example of your hyper feminine behavior, Tim.
Yeah.
Like that is awesome and ruthless. So, you know, hell yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Which, that is weird. Alex did a total 180 with Candace. He flip-flopped so much, it must give his fans whiplash. And that's what people are saying in his comments with the Charlie Kirk stuff. Because I think within only a few months, Alex went from being Candace's #1 critic and saying she's a globalist CIA deep state operative to then apologizing to Candace and promoting theories even crazier than hers. Alex thinks the only theory that makes sense now is that Charlie faked his own death and is still alive. He went from trying to debunk Candace's theories and crashing out on her for promoting insane theories to then saying Charlie staged his death. So I don't know what the hell is going on anymore, and it's disappointing because watching Alex crash out over Candace was so entertaining. That was some of the best work.
Candace Owens is really a man. Candace, also known as Big Mike Jr., got Erica Kirk pregnant. Charlie found out about it, and that's why the two of them got together and conspired to assassinate Charlie to cover this up. Candace has a little lantern that has Charlie Kirk in it, and she can rub it, and then, like she said, the dreams. And then when she has the dreams, we got to listen. Okay? Oh my God, Candace is the Messiah. Only Candace is investigating. Only Candace talked about the Charlie Kirk thing. Only Candace, and you're attacking her. A better word for Candace is a megalomaniac who has no concern for the truth, no power trip, who thinks she can just keep doubling down, and we're just going to buy whatever incredible horse shit she puts out. What are the fucking lies, lady? I mean, how stupid. Here's my problem. Stop insulting my intelligence. Now I have to watch all the sewage pipeline that's your mouth. Just that I have to like examine all the turds that come out of it and sit there and explain to people, and then you keep doubling down. I want to not look at this. I want you to stop the lying, stop the horseshit, dredging up horrible, bizarre con men, huge pedigrees of scams and bashing women's heads in on record.
Man.
You know, they're like, well, big deal, he bashes all these women's heads in and everything, lies about everything. But he was there. He's got proof. He was acting so weird. They detained him and asked him, what was going on.
So he was losing his shit over her, and it was hilarious.
He's not even on.
He thought Tyler Robinson was the one that killed Charlie Kirk.
He just had to get that out.
Like, I mean, how real do we think that is? Like, in his head, when he's saying these things, do you think he believes them, or is it like, I'm just farming attention?
I don't know. I think it's like impossible to tell where the real person ends with Alex Jones, especially at this point. Like,
yeah,
this dude for like 30 years has been like playing this character almost. And yeah, it's like the saying goes that like if Alex Jones didn't exist, the CIA would create an Alex Jones. Like, that is the perfect like way to be able. It's the perfect guy to be able to point to, like, oh, conspiracy theorist, like this guy, this insane person. So just discredit every like alternate theory.
It reminds me of this so there's this Boston comedian named Sam Ike. If you're familiar with local Boston comedy, he got himself in a little bit of hot water for stuff, but he did have a bit that I really loved years ago. I don't know how often he did it, but I heard him do it one night where he was like, somebody asked me, oh, what do you think would have happened if Amy Winehouse would have survived? And he was like, I think she would have died. Like a week later, I think. Yeah. Like, what if she never OD'd? She would have OD'd.
Yeah.
It's like, what if there was no Alex Jones? There would be an Alex Jones. There would be a different Alex Jones. It wouldn't look like this, but there would be one. It's just we need a need a psychotic orangutan.
Dude, early Alex Jones was kind of cool. Like, I gotta say, he he was actually coherent now and then. But also just so much fun. Like
gay frogs, man. Gay frogs, dude. But okay. But let's keep going.
But now apparently he doesn't even think Charlie's dead. He thinks he staged his own death. He said that's the only thing that makes sense to him, and he apologized to Candace Owens. So maybe he was just jealous that Candace stole his thunder when it comes to conspiracy theories or something. So he had to come out with the most ridiculous one he could think of. I don't think Candace has even claimed something like this. I mean, to watch the video of Charlie get assassinated and think that was fake blood and it was staged is total insanity.
It was a consensus. Sean was getting him on the phone and stuff. They're like, oh no, we all know it's fake. He's alive. I mean, and these are experts. They're like, that's fake. They're smiling. They don't look upset. Where's all the blood? And it looks like a squib coming out. And I'm not, folks, I'm just saying, a week into it, there was a consensus with Sean Johnson's military buddies who were like, we think that's fake. We think he's alive. And I said, well, I'm not going to go there yet. And now it's just the only thing that makes sense.
So at this point, I think mental patients sound more grounded to reality.
I also just want to just talk about this guy, this dude. Who is this dude? Haven't I seen him in a David Lynch movie? Isn't he? Wait,
Jesse on Fire? Is that?
Yeah, is he? Wait, Jesse on Fire. Wait, wasn't he like the Leprechaun? Was he? Wait, was he just the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun horror movies? Jesse on Fire. Anyway.
Blood. And it looks like a squib coming out. And I'm not, folks, I'm just saying, a week into it, there was a consensus with Sean Johnson's military buddies who were like, we think that's fake. We think he's alive. And I said, well, I'm not going to go there yet. And now it's just the only thing that makes sense.
So at this point, I think mental patients sound more grounded to reality than these people. And it's so funny. They act all friendly with each other, but as soon as they start fighting, they have all this stuff ready to throw at each other, all this dirt to bring up. Like, they've been waiting to go after each other. Everyone is so passive-aggressive, too. Like, the shot Tim took at Alex, he's even acting all surprised that Alex was upset about that. He's like, why me? Overnight, Alex just turned into someone completely different. He must have been paid to attack me. But I think most of these people, even the ones that associate with each other, really just can't stand each other and are waiting for the moment to attack. I mean, as soon as Alex complained about his views, all these people are ready to be like, what do you expect? This is what you deserve. Then Alex, he was ready to bring up that Netanyahu meeting Tim had, and he made a ton of videos about it. Then Tim threatened to bring up Alex's messages about Candace, and he also said my tolerance and grace for these people is zero. Alex has shown up a blackout drunk to my studio several times, and I never dragged him for it. So Tim is always so passive aggressive, and he always tries to act like he's above all the drama and doesn't want to be involved in it. But then he gets on his show.
Wait, is that photoshopped? Where was that picture? Yeah. Is that him? Is that an actual picture? Is that what he actually looked like?
It might have been his lowest point or something. But yeah, that does look a little like, it's like the JD Vance fat boy thing.
It looks kind of deep faked. I mean, you look at it, I don't know, right here, it kind of looks like, I don't know if I think that's a real picture, but anyway.
Yeah.
And he always tries to act like he's above all the drama and doesn't want to be involved in it. But then he gets on a show and says Alex is going broke, and he's probably accepting money from nefarious sources to attack him and the right. It sounds like he's even trying to put pressure on Alex's employees to quit because they know Alex isn't doing the right thing anymore.
I'll say this. I see it as one of two worlds. My personal opinion is that the simple solution actually is that Alex is working with a political action committee that is also coordinating with other individuals for the purpose of this new political paradigm. You don't change who you are. I mean, it's been 30 plus years he's been in the industry, and all of a sudden his character is so different. Let me tell you, I tweeted at Alex, can I publish the voice memo you sent me about Candace? I won't do it unless you give me permission. And he just stopped responding to me. He won't respond now. For him, 7 months later, to completely have inverted all of his positions, I find to be suspect.
But wouldn't it make more sense for him to come to you as a friend and be like, hey, I'm struggling with my business.
I can't give him money.
But to come on the show or promote each other, wouldn't that make more sense than to just completely turn on you? I mean,
not if he's being offered money.
Yeah.
I can't give him money. What am I going to do? Here, Alex, let me write you a check. It's not going to do anything. But imagine there's a political action committee, and they said, listen, as we go after the midterms, this is going to be the play. You can see that, Tucker and Anna Kasparian are completely aligned in their worldview at this point. For someone like Alex, who was a friend of ours for years, to abruptly and seemingly for no reason be like, F. Tim Pool, he works for Benjamin Netanyahu. It's just like, okay.
That makes zero sense.
What just happened?
It's irrational.
Yeah, it's like, Alex Jones was my friend. He literally would just text me stuff. We would talk. We had a conversation once about what private jets to buy. Just like, that's what people talk about. He was like, Tim, I'm telling you, you give a good jet for about $1 million. And I was like, I'm not buying a private jet. And now all of a sudden he's just like,
I think
Tim
we
Pool,
were texting about that the other day.
And I'm just like, out of nowhere, I got people texting.
No, it was about what's the best brand of ramen? You know, it's like I'm more of a normie. I'm more of a vanilla. Like it's like chicken or beef for me. Like it's
yeah.
You know, maybe if we're feeling feisty, we get the shrimp. You know, if we
Cup
want,
noodles.
if we dare. Yeah, yeah. Actually, my wife, me and my wife, we bought a couple things of like Jif, like peanut butter ramen bowls. She ate hers, and it smelled baffling.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It smelled. I was baffled by the smell.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know if I want to eat what that smells like, but part of me wonders.
Like like a peanut sauce makes sense, but yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't
it
know if you go all
smelled
the way to a soup.
It smelled like Jif peanut butter, like peanut butter and jelly peanut butter, but it was also like kind of also smell, you know, like it was steamy, so it like it's kind of smelled like ramen too. It was existentially troubling. I didn't even ask for a bite. Usually anytime my wife has any food, I'm just like, give me a bite. Like you owe me a bite. This is the price of loving me. But for that, I was just like, I don't think I want to know yet. You know, maybe if I'm so hungry one day, we're gonna crack it out. But anyway, I should. Okay.
You know, and they're like, what is happening? What happened? Like, what'd you do? And I was like, I tweeted that if you build up a channel for 10 years supporting Trump, but then stop supporting him, you're gonna lose viewers. And everyone's like, yeah, that's not a reason for him to make up fake things about you. That's like, you know what I will say is, obviously we know a lot of people who work at his company, and there's a lot of fervor right now over what he's doing. And there's a lot of, we'll see what happens. But I do think that for most people, money talks and BS walks. So I would not be surprised if they're.
So he has a lot of people working at his fucking company. How?
Right. I don't understand what the Alex Jones company is now.
How does he make money?
I don't know.
My homework for the week is figuring out what the fucking. Your homework is watching The Wire, and my homework is how does Alex Jones make money?
Yeah, he must have like loyal fans,
like a Patreon or
like people who have stuck around, like, you know, even in the changeover and shit. That's got to be it. Like,
that's insane, dude.
There's no other.
Insane. It's like you owe all this money to like the Sandy Hook families, but yet you still got people on payroll. You still got people like they're printing out the fucking. They're using up the toner. Fucking printing out the tweets that you could just put on a screen next to your head, John Oliver style. Crazy, dude.
People who just duck and keep their heads down and sacrifice their morals for the paycheck.
There's a lot of money sloshing around right now.
Yeah.
From a lot of different.
I'm just saying, do you expect anybody who works with Alex to stop working with him because they think he's a bad guy?
Nope.
How much you want to bet? None of them will. They'll just say, leave me out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
just fair to some degree. I mean, people got to get food on the table.
Then Tim started saying the people that are attacking him are just talentless and jealous of his success. He did a lot of coping this episode because it was also after that Jubilee debate where Tim, of course, embarrassed himself. So he was getting a ton of shit for that and Alex Jones stuff.
Did they change? Because originally it said moderate. Moderate.
Yeah, they changed.
Did they change it? They really? I'm going to Jubilee's official page to see if it. Because they really cave.
Yeah, Jubilee. I saw when it was moderate. Yeah.
Okay, so Tim Pool versus progressives. Yeah, they changed the thumbnail. They changed the title. Tim Pool versus 20 progressives. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I think they did that with Jordan Peterson's too, because it was supposed to be like a Christian versus 20 atheists. And then Jordan Peterson is so fucking pedantic that you can't pin him down on anything. So like they were like, okay, so you're a Christian. He's like, well, who told you that? Like, like I'm not committed to that belief. Like, what the fuck is this then, dude? Like,
the dude answering the emails was not the one who showed up that day. I promise you. Yeah, Tim Pool versus 20 progressive. That's crazy. That is hilarious that they got shamed into changing that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, just that fucking beanie, dude. Just now that I've seen the real him, it's just be you, baby girl. just you know, just be the real you. It's like I want to like like the what was it, the Magneto and Mystique, like show me the real you. I said the real you.
Oh yeah.
Take off the beanie, put on the glasses.
Perfection.
I think that's why he kept bringing up how rich he is and how much money he makes to make himself feel better, even though he also always complains about how he doesn't make enough and his views are down. It seems like usually at least twice a year he crashes out and threatens to quit and is like, it's not even worth it for me anymore. I'm just going to go live in a van down by the river. He even said that this episode. It's like he wants people to be like, no, Tim, please don't. We need you. But people are just like, dude, do whatever you want. I'm just sick of the bitch.
Like, I don't know. People who say that, it's like you could survive a day without Twitter. Like you would have... You know, it's like the last thing you ever want is to be alone with your fucking thoughts, dude. That's why you keep the beanie on, man.
Right.
Like that's why you wear the beanie, to keep the thoughts from getting out, you know?
Yeah.
Just like shut the fuck up.
And moaning all the time. You know, now everyone's just complaining about each other complaining. Like with Alex and his views dropping, nobody wanted to hear it. So it's every man for himself out there. You know, I think the days of everyone getting along and doing each other's shows are over, and now it's just a battle to stay relevant, which Tim claims people are attacking him for the views and clicks because according to him, they're lower tier personalities and they need to attack someone more successful than them.
Clint Russell has been just making things up about me because he gets retweets for it. You know, because these people are I don't know. Like, there's probably a reason why they're lower tier personalities. I'm not saying lower tier is a disrespectful thing. I'm like, obviously my show is bigger than their shows. You know, maybe there's a reason why Timcast IRL is so big, and we've got this massive multi-million-dollar compound and with a skate park in it. You know, like we make stupid amounts of money. It's not a humble brag. It's just maybe when you actually have like a consistent through line of what motivates you, you will do better in business. And that was kind of the point that I was making with Alex. And maybe this is what really changed with Alex is, you know, he just doesn't have the backing anymore. He doesn't have enough critical mass of allies.
Also, now I think it's more profitable for these people to attack each other rather than work together and do each other's shows. You know, like going on each other's podcasts isn't what it used to be. And you get more exposure now from trashing Tim Pool rather than doing his podcast. So that's another reason why I think people don't care to be friendly with each other anymore. And it seems like Alex is backed into a corner. You know, he lost InfoWars. He said his views are down. He doesn't have much money left. Joe Rogan never has him on his podcast anymore. Him and Trump hate each other. And it just seems like he's getting kind of desperate. So I think he's just ready to go off on whoever. And he doesn't care anymore.
Alex, you don't have viewers because you're not pro-war. You're not pro Netanyahu. And then I'm like, dude, that's really cool. I'm like, oh my God, you hurt my boo-boo. You're being mean to my poopy. I mean, dude, you're challenge you to a live debate.
I got a text message from friends. They're like, bro, do the debate. It's going to be huge. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Alex tweeted, invite to debate coming soon, Tim. And I'm just sitting here being like, debate what? Like, what are we debating? We agree. It's fake. And these people are scumbags. Okay.
Fair,
I told Tyler, lose my number. You want to make fake beef for internet points? I don't fucking do that. And Alex Jones wants to play stupid games? I don't do that, okay? They can all screw off and go to hell, and I will go live in a van down by the river. Yeah, you think I'm joking.
So I think Tim's scared. Once Alex challenged him to an in-person debate, he's like, what are we going to debate about? You know, we agree on everything. Even though he was just calling Alex out for turning on Trump, and Tim is always defending Trump and acting like everything's a 4D chess move from him. They also obviously disagree on Israel, but now Tim's pretending like he's anti-Israel. So him and Alex agree on everything. You know, it sounds like he just doesn't want that smoke from Alex Jones, and he's trying to defuse the situation. He also said he would do a debate for $300,000, but Alex doesn't have the money, which Alex took offense to and challenged him to a bare-knuckle boxing match.
Well, I mean, if you want to debate, you have to take a position. So I say yes, absolutely.
$300,000.
That's awesome.
Wow. You know, he doesn't have 300. Maybe you can do a GoFundMe for it or something.
So what a cowardly move. Jones doesn't have enough money. He's not in my class to even debate me. I'm a god up here above him. Even though since it came out that he met with Netanyahu in secret, his audience, which was not even that big before, has gone like this. That's the type of chicken shit arithmetic that we're dealing with here. Let me make it simpler for you, Tim. You pick the spot. You get a ring in a state that allows it. I'm an older man than you. Let's have a boxing match, bare knuckles. I'll even let you have a baseball bat. How about that, Tim? Tim, we get Thailand, where Mortal Kombat's legal. You can get in the ring with me in Thailand. Oh, it'd be worse for you that way. Let's give you a sword. Let's give you an axe. I'll get in the ring with you in Thailand. You can have a sword and an axe. Oh, I guarantee you lose that way. Because I don't even turn on my juice till I'm facing a real threat. How about we get in the ring in Thailand? You can have a 9mm handgun, huh? Because you're going to need it.
Every one of those matchups, I'm betting Alex.
Yeah. He wants it more. That's just...
He wants it more, dude. It's just fucking, you give Tim Pool the baseball bat. I don't think that's enough to keep Alex Jones. I've just seen both of their average energy levels.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a minute left of this video.
Okay.
You and your beanie. I want in the ring with you, Pool. If you want to bang heads with me, I can show you what it's like till you're bleeding. I want in the ring with you right now because you symbolize everything this country is under attack by and all the smarmy little double-dealing rats. I want Tim Pool to be the champion of Netanyahu. You can wear your trunks, the Star of David right there. You can have rabbis there doing chants because you've got that magical beanie. The mothership yarmulke that gives the orders all out to all the other yarmulkes.
So shit's getting out of control. I'm sure this will just lead to more rifts and people having falling outs with each other. It seems like this stuff is reaching a boiling point, especially with the Charlie Kirk theories and Tyler Robinson's trial coming up. That just keeps getting more intense. And there's that debate between Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson, which I covered on Patreon. I have a 40-minute video about that. It's definitely worth checking out. That was a big one. And there are over 200 exclusive videos. I cover a lot of Alex Jones's crash outs on there. So if you like this video, want extra content, and want to stay up to date with everything, it's definitely worth it. There'll be a link in the description.
I challenge you, Tim, to trial by combat. You will wear the blue and white and the Star of David. I will wear the red, white, and blue. I'm calling out Netanyahu's champion. I'm demanding trial by combat publicly. If you fail, Israel must withdraw from trying to take over the U.S. government and get out of the NDAA and stop the war. If you win, we launch nuclear weapons to destroy the entire planet to bring back the Messiah. Tim Pool, the ball is in your court.
Has Israel agreed to this? Oh my God.
Wait, what did you say? Good. I'm sorry.
Has Israel agreed to this?
Please.
Oh,
please.
Dude, oh. That's so great. I put my favorite Alex Jones clip in the private chat. Maybe that'll close us out well.
Okay. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, wait a second. Okay, wait. It's so weird seeing the InfoWars logo, like how God meant it. Like, pull that up. Yeah, this is look at, we got some OJ. I miss the old Alex Jones, the straight from the gold Alex Jones. Okay, I hate the new Alex Jones, the bad mood Alex Jones. All right, let's play.
I'm a pioneer. I'm an explorer. I'm a human, and I'm coming. I'm animated. I'm alive. My heart's big. It's got hot blood going through it fast. I like to fight, too. I like to eat. I like to have children. I'm here. I got a life force. This is a human. This is what we look like. This is what we act like. This is what everybody was like before us. This is what I am. I'm a throwback. I'm here. I've got the fire of human liberty. I'm setting fires everywhere, and humans are turning on everywhere.
Dude,
that's just so like that. I got to start playing that like every morning. Just get myself fucking going.
Absolutely, man. I've never seen that before. That is beautiful.
Yeah, there's something like poetic about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was art. That was really beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks that he is an evil person who proliferated horrible propaganda and convinced my mother that for a brief couple-year period that Sandy Hook was a hoax. Because, you know, if he didn't do any of that, I would think he was at least, you know, like, I always gotta, anytime I'm like glazing any clips of him, I gotta like put an asterisk like, but also he did convince my mother that Sandy Hook never happened. So I gotta dock him points for convincing my mom that Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Yeah, when he was saying that like Charlie Kirk's still alive and shit, I'm like, Alex, be careful.
You know, you can take the fucking, you know, you take the you take the dog out of the park, you can't take the park out of the dog or whatever.